I am Basil Elton, keeper of the North Point light that my father and grandfather kept before me. Far from shore, the grey lighthouse rises above the restless tides of the ocean, and beyond those tides the sea stretches away into the sky. On nights when the moon is full and mists curl around the isle, I often see a strange white ship creep silently toward the coast. It never appears in the same place twice, and its course is always set toward the unknown. The ship is long and low, without sails, and glides like a ghost upon the water. Sometimes I think I dream it, but it leaves me with a feeling, a longing for something just beyond the edge of knowing. One night, drawn by a strange compulsion, I stepped beyond my lighthouse duties and walked to the edge of the shore. The white ship waited there, still and silent in the moonlight. Without hesitation, I boarded her. No voice greeted me, but at the helm stood a bearded man robed in blue, whose eyes held the calm of ancient knowledge. He nodded once, and we drifted away from land as if summoned by destiny itself. The sea was smooth, and the stars above us shimmered like distant promises. I asked no questions, and he gave no answers. Yet I felt peace, as though I had returned to a forgotten home, a place I'd never known, yet somehow remembered. We sailed past shores no chart had ever marked. First we came upon Zar, the land of forgotten dreams and things once wished for. It was a place of soft colours and drifting mists, where silent gardens held the ghosts of hope. The robed man told me that those who dwell in Zar are not unhappy, for they live in memory and longing. But we did not linger. Our voyage was onward, always onward, to lands more distant and strange. As we left Zar behind, I looked back once, and it felt as though my childhood faded with it. I felt no sadness, only a curious ache, as if I had touched something beautiful I could never hold again. Next we came to Thalarion, the city of 1,000 wonders. Its towers were high, and its domes shone like gold under the stars. From its walls came distant music, strange and beautiful, calling out with haunting sweetness. But my guide warned me, none who enter Thalarion ever return. Its wonders mask horrors beyond comprehension. I looked upon its gates, carved with symbols I dared not understand, and I felt the pull of its mystery. Yet I heeded his words, and we did not pass through. As we sailed on, I saw figures moving on the walls, beautiful and terrifying, and I knew that Thalarion was a place for the bold or the doomed. After Thalarion faded into the mist, we reached the shores of Jura, the land of pleasures unattained. From afar it shimmered with warmth and fragrance, its meadows glowing like paradise. Laughter and song floated on the breeze, and strange lights danced above jewelled trees. Yet as we drew closer, a foul stench rose from the land, and we saw shapes twisted by decay. My guide spoke. Jura is fair to the eye, but underneath lies rot and sorrow. We did not stop. As the ship turned away, the illusion fell from Jura like a mask, and I shivered. Not from fear, but from recognition, as if I had once longed for such illusions myself. We sailed further than men dare dream, through seas of silence and skies where stars moved in patterns unseen on earth. Then the man in blue spoke for the first time. Beyond lies Sonanil, the land of fancy. Many come here, but few go farther. We arrived at a place of wonder. Peaceful cities with crystal spires, meadows without end, and people who knew neither sorrow nor age. I lived there long, though time held no meaning. My days were filled with harmony and ease. Yet a voice within me whispered of something more, of Cathuria, the land of hope, which no man has seen but all desire. I told my guide I wished to go there. He frowned, for no ship has ever returned from Cathuria. The robed man warned me, Sonanil is enough. There is no pain here, no death, but Cathuria, none know what lies there. Still, I insisted. I could not silence the longing inside me. With sadness in his eyes, he turned the ship toward the mists beyond Sonanil. The sea darkened. The stars above changed shape. We sailed toward an unknown horizon, the air tense with expectation. Days passed, perhaps weeks, and a distant glow appeared, golden and low. My heart beat faster. I knew we approached Cathuria. All I had dreamed and longed for seemed just within reach. But the sea had grown strange, and the waves whispered warnings I did not understand. Then came the storm. No wind had touched us until now. Black clouds formed like sentient things above our mastless ship. The sea howled, and a whirlpool yawned before us, vast and merciless. The robed man did not speak, but I saw it in his face. This was the end. The ship shuddered, pulled by forces beyond the laws of Earth. In the madness of that storm I thought I glimpsed Cathuria, towers of fire and gold, mountains floating in the sky, a paradise promised but never reached. But perhaps it was only my desire projecting visions onto the void. The white ship twisted and vanished into the abyss. I awoke on the shore, alone and trembling, beside the lighthouse of North Point. The sea was calm, the stars familiar. No white ship waited on the water. I staggered back to my post as if from a dream, though I knew what I had seen was real, yet none believed me. They said I had fallen asleep on duty and dreamt it all. But in my heart I knew. There are seas beyond our sight, lands not drawn on any map, and a white ship that sails when the moon is full. I returned to my duties, but never again did I see the ship. Still, every full moon I looked to the horizon. The longing never left me. Each night I tend the light, watching the waves, hoping for a shimmer of white in the distance. But only the wind and tide answer. I think often of Sona Nail and the peace I abandoned in pursuit of Cathuria. Was it foolishness, or was it courage? Did I give up paradise for the illusion of something greater? These questions haunt me. I see them in the glassy eyes of the sea and in the silence of the stars. My soul aches for what I once touched, and for what I never reached. Perhaps that is the curse of dreamers, to see what others do not, and to lose it just the same. And so I remain Basil Elton, keeper of the North Point light. Time passes and the world changes, but I stay. Some call me mad, others say I'm merely old, but I know what I saw. I know the truth hidden beneath the waves and beyond the clouds. The white ship was real, the lands were real, and the choice I made, to chase hope, even at the cost of peace, was mine alone. If it came again, I would board it once more. I would choose the storm over stillness, for in that journey I found the deepest part of myself. Sometimes I wonder, was it the ship that chose me, or the dream that waited in my soul all along? The sea, the stars, the lands unseen. Perhaps they live not on maps, but in the hearts of those who dare imagine. I light the beacon each night, not just for sailors, but for those drifting in their own darkness, searching for something more. If ever you see a pale glow upon the water when the moon is high, listen closely. The sea may be calling, the white ship may be near, and if you are ready, truly ready, it may carry you beyond the edge of the world to a place where dreams end or begin. If this journey spoke to you, stay with us. There are many more stories to uncover, forgotten, unfinished, buried in the dark corners of time. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next descent into mystery, wonder, and the unknown. Here, night is only the beginning. Until next time.